Hi YouTubers, it's Fortune Cookie 45 LC coming to you this afternoon with the topic of adjusting the sights, the iron sights on lever action rifles to get on zero. And with the interest in lever action rifles today, something of this nature should be put out, and I checked YouTube and there aren't any videos really getting into this. And what spurred this was a new shooter at the range that had a Model 92 Rossi like this one. Except his was a 16-inch barrel instead of this one has a 20. But he has a 16-inch barrel, and I was looking at it, admiring it, and saying that John Wayne would have loved this rifle. Well, anyway, he hasn't zeroed his rifle, so he wanted to know how well it's going to shoot, and so he got a couple boxes of 38 Special Privy Partisan ammo from a gun shop in the valley. And these days, ammo is scarce, so scoring up those two boxes, that is neat. But what he does is he starts to shoot at 25 yards from a rest, and he's hitting right along here. Vertical stringing off to the right. And so I asked him, well, it looks like you're shooting off to the right. And he says, yeah, I'm going to go home and I'm going to move this rear sight. But I can't figure out how to do that, but I'll do that when I get home. Well, I knew what's going to happen. He's going to go home and he's going to move that sight, but he won't know if he moved it or not. And then he's going to finish shooting one box of ammo today, go home, and he won't know if he's zeroed or not, so he'll go back to the range again, and he'll shoot the second box up, and he probably won't be on zero. So I told him, if you don't mind, let me bring my brass punch over, and my brass punch and my plastic mallet, and let's see if we can get you zeroed in, because I got the same rifle in 20-inch barrel, 357 Magnum 38 Rossi Model 92. And so I suggested to him that the adjustment should be made on the rear sight, because the rear sight's designed to be adjusted. You have a little index point right there in the front of the sight that lets you tell whether you move the sight or not. And also the elevation is done by this little ladder arrangement. So the adjustments are supposed to be done on the rear side, not the front side as a rule, unless you're way off. So we went ahead and started to adjust the sight. Now his rifle is shooting off to the right, which means we need to move the rear sight to the left. So the way to do that, I showed him, because he was thinking that you hit it here to drift it. Well, no, you hit it here. That's why there's a little flat spot on that sight to accommodate that, right where the dovetail is. So I showed him how he holds a rifle steady for us while I put the brass punch right on that sight, but not on the barrel. Then a finger is used to hold it steady there. But I told him it's very important to keep your finger out of there, because if you pinch your finger in there and you hit that punch, your finger is going to be a bloody mess. And that's not what you want. Anyway, so went ahead and put the punch there, kept it steady, and then I gave that punch about 4 good raps. And we moved the sight. The sight could be seen that it moved a bit. Well, then he shot some more, and instead he's shooting over here. Put 3 shots over here. And what that means is that we over-adjusted. So I told him, well, let's roll the rifle over, and then we repeated the adjustment on the other side. Gave it, instead of 4 good raps, I gave it 2 good raps. So that moved it halfway back. And we could tell the adjustment was made from the point there, the index point. And then I told him, well, in order to get the elevation right, his 16-inch barrel has a buckhorn sight. And the buckhorn can confuse the shooter and get the elevation thrown off. So I told him to ignore the buckhorn and just look at that little notch at the bottom and make sure that he put the front sight level with the little notch in the bottom, and not let the buckhorn get his sight to go up and down. Well, when he did that, he fired a 3-shot group with 2 shots almost in the same hole, and the third one right here, maybe about a ½ inch away. So I told him, I gave him a slap on the shoulder and I said, "You are on. You don't need to do anything else." And that rifle's good for 100 yards now because you're shooting a little high at 25. And you should have seen the big smile on his face. So YouTubers, what a great way for a great opportunity for us at the range to be ambassadors for the shooting sports, ambassador for the range, and ambassador for people. Showing respect to people. And they learn fast. But also an ambassador for the Second Amendment. So YouTubers at the range, that's the way we adjust rear sights on iron sights on lever action rifles, and it's not hard. You get yourself on target pretty quick. And this fine Rossi Model 92, they're just great. Made in Brazil, but they're just fine. Good copies of the Winchester 92. YouTubers out there, take care. Good shooting to you, and we'll see you again in another video.